Hey there, it's Tom Styles for the World Flying Disc Federation World Ultimate and Guts Championships down here in London, and we're just going to take a stroll around the pitches here. I've got Rob, our camera guy, strapped onto the back of our van here, and we're just trying to find a couple of people to tell us about some of the games that we've got going on around here. Oh, and look, here's Ravi Vasudevan here to tell us all about the Open division. Ravi, what's been going on in Open?
Yeah, so now we're into the power pool phase, and the name of the game there is if you get first in your pool, you go straight to quarters through a crossover, and if you get second and third, you get to go to a pre-quarter, can still make it into the bracket. So we have 4 pools going on. In Pool J, USA and Australia are kind of taking care of business, annihilating their teams, so they will play a really intense game tomorrow for that first place in that pool, with the Czechs and the South Africans rounding it out. Pool K, we have Colombia, Great Britain, Singapore, and Belgium. And right now, Belgium and Colombia are playing, and it's very, very close. GB seems to have that pool very comfortably. So between Colombia, Belgium, and Singapore, it's going to be interesting who gets those next 2 spots to go into bracket play. Pool L, we have Canada, Japan, France, and Ireland, and just like in the first pool, there's 2 teams way above the rest, so Canada and Japan will also have a very compelling game tomorrow to see who gets that top spot, and then Ireland and France, who have been trading games with each other all season, will get to see who gets to advance into bracket play in their 3-4 game. And finally, Pool M, we have basically all-European pool, Switzerland, Germany, Sweden, and Austria. There was a thriller of a game today between Switzerland and Sweden that went to Universe, and Switzerland ended up taking that game. And then we have Germany seems to be dominating the pool. But right now, Austria is on top of Sweden, so there could be some kind of 3-way tie situation going on there, which might, if Sweden end up beating Austria tomorrow, knock Switzerland out, even though they had that great Universe game.
Fantastic analysis, Ravi. What's the best game that we should be watching tomorrow? What's going to be the most compelling game to watch?
Well, there's 2 that come to mind, especially it's that Australia-US game that 4 years ago was also a power pool game that went to Universe, that Australia almost upset the US. We expect great things from that tomorrow morning. And at the same time, both are being live streamed. There will be the Canada-Japan game, which was an infamous game for those of you who know anything about it. That was also a Universe game in power pools 4 years ago in Sakai. So those 2 games for sure will be the best 2 to watch tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Ravi. That's the Open division wrapped up, and oh look, another friend has arrived here in the form of Victoria Hughes, who's going to give us a bit of an update on the women's division. How's it going in the women's, Victoria?
It's going relatively to seed. The big excitement is in Pool A. The 5th seed Sweden have moved up to the 2nd spot over New Zealand, who they beat on Universe today. Otherwise, Japan looks pretty dominant in Pool A, and they'll be moving right into quarters. In Pool B, USA also looks pretty dominant. Had a spot of trouble with Finland today, who will play Singapore to decide who gets the 2nd and 3rd spots to go into pre-quarters. In Pool C has all gone to seed, except for Switzerland gave Canada a really good first half today, but they ended up losing by a lot. Both Switzerland and Germany will be going into pre-quarters. For Pool D, Colombia is taking the top spot. They just played Australia in a really fantastic game. They have several just incredible throwers, and Australia and Russia will be going into pre-quarters for Pool D.
Cool, and there's a lot of new women's teams here at the World Championships. So we spoke to the USA women about India yesterday. What other new women's teams are there here at the World Championships, first time out?
Yeah, so there's also the Philippines, South Africa, Belgium, Spain, and Hong Kong.
Just wait here a second, Victoria, because there we go.
Sure. So India and South Africa got to play each other yesterday in a game that went to Universe, really spirited. South Africa ended up picking up their first win at Worlds. And then today the Philippines and Spain got to play each other, also a Universe game, and Spain ended up on top in the end.
So that's the women's division. Thank you very much, Victoria. I don't want to hold you up, so you can get on your way. And oh look, here's Sean. I've forgotten your second name, Sean.
Colfer.
Sean Colfer is, I know.
Understandable.
And he's going to tell us all about the mixed division. Sean, what's been going on over there?
Well, pools K and M have been pretty much the seed. The USA have been dominating everybody in Pool K. They've conceded 12 points in 5 games, so no one's really challenging them. Australia conceded 22 in 4, which is relatively terrible compared to the USA in M. So they've been dominant as well. Not really much of interest in those pools. In the other pool, L, GB and Japan have both been dominant. They meet tomorrow morning to find out who wins that pool and who goes through to the seeding games to be in the top 4. So those 3 pools really there's not been much of interest other than tomorrow's game against Japan.
So GB Japan, a great game to watch there. But the Pool J, you've not mentioned Pool J. What is going on in the mixed Pool J?
Pool J has been chaos. It was absolutely blown wide open when the Czech Republic beat Canada on Universe Point. Massive upset. Czech Republic were 5-2 down, scored 5 in a row, and then got a break at 13 all to bring it to 14-13 and converted from there. It was a great performance, but they're just playing Philippines at the moment. When I left about 5 minutes ago, Philippines were up 11-9. If they win that game and then Canada beat Philippines tomorrow, which is what the seed predicts, there'll be a 3-way tie at the top of the pool. GB will be looking at that one closely because the winner of the Philippines-Canada Czech group plays the winner of GB Japan. So it's going to be a tight group, and tomorrow morning's game is going to make all the difference.
Yeah, it was a huge game. That Canada-Czech Republic mixed match. It was out here on the streamed pitch, and all the action was captured. I mean, that's the sort of game, if the Czechs can get it to stick, that's the sort of game that people will talk about for years to come around European Ultimate.
Yeah, it'd be an absolutely massive result for the Czechs. I mean, they were very unfancy coming into it. They were the 3rd seed in the pool. Philippines were the 2nd seed in that pool. The Czechs lost to France on the first day. So really, if they came out of that pool beating Canada and coming top of it, it'd be a huge result for them and a huge result for Czech Ultimate.
So that's the 3 divisions wrapped up. We do want to say something very nice though about the people that have been helping us run this tournament. As Rob slowly gets off the buggy there, and he's been travelling around in this trash van, as you can see, and he's been driven wonderfully by Gigi, who's in here now. Gigi, you're one of the volunteers. How many volunteers are there at the tournament this week?
Oh my gosh. I think there were 400 applicants, if I remember rightly, and I think they've only taken on 200 of those applicants, and they've had to take on a couple of extra because of how big the tournament is this year.
Okay, and you were down here at under 23s as well this year. Got to say a massive shout out to volunteers for yesterday morning particularly. You guys were wet.
Yeah, I was out there yesterday morning as well doing sights. I was trying to run some water around to the pitches before the game started, and it was quite brutal.
Yeah, I don't think anyone needed any extra water yesterday morning.
No, definitely not.
Okay, and everyone's been in good spirits and been well trained by the tournament organising committee?
Yeah, we're being very well looked after because, well, we're very well instructed, we know what to do all the time, we're given radios if we need to actually speak to anyone desperately, and also it's great to see some incredible Ultimate played all week, so that's a great bonus. Okay,
well I don't want to keep you up because I know Nathan, one of our site managers, is going to have a go at me if he doesn't let you get on. So thank you very much, Gigi. She's going to go off with her trash truck and continue. And that's the end of the wrap up for day 3 of this fantastic tournament. Tom Stiles signing off. We'll see you back again here tomorrow.